Look what we have here. Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are driving a demo Kubota M7.173 premium tractor. Yes, we are in a brand spanking new demo tractor, arrived with 250 hours on the clock. But yes, we are in a brand spanking new tractor. So very excited. Big thanks to Clarkes of Cavan for sending the tractor down to us to see how we got on with it. We have it for the week. So very nice tractor, very short. So it's a 173 horsepower tractor out of a 4-cylinder engine. As I say, it's as long as it is high. It's a very square tractor, but we'll look at that maybe later on. But we got fired up. Oh, Dead Man's is on a switch here. So Robert was baling with this over the weekend there, so he has got used to it. So it's my turn now to do a bit of baling. Robert will be coming back this evening to finish up the baling for today, as we're going off of the pit, and the pits I do the pit. So anyways, this spool here does that, and yeah, that's really it. So clutch, brake. Now forward reverses on this lever here. It's done like in New Holland, where it comes back into the middle, push it down to go to neutral. Not a big fan of them. When I was in Gurteen, it was all brand new New Hollands out of Shaw's, and they were done that way, and I got caught out more times because I thought it was in neutral because it was in the middle. It's just I'm not used to it, that's all. But yeah. So anyways, we get ourselves out off the pass here, turned around, and we throw in a new roll of net, or throw on a second roll of net there, and we're ready to go. That's it. Baler was greased the last day with Robert, so we just have to wait for Bro. Father Phil is rowing this for the pit silage there at the minute, and Bro's gone to swap with him to bring off the rake to row ahead of me now. So yeah, anyways, we get back down here and we get ready to go. We'll go do some baling in this new demo tractor, which I'm very excited to. It's an early morning, it was a late night, and I'm a wee bit tired, and I'm still fucking dosed. It's bloody head cold. So I am. But anyways, we get out here and we get ready to hit the road. So just turning into the laneway into the fields here. Nice bit to be done in here. So Bro's just ahead of me. But yeah. So this is my first time out actually driving this. I drove it on the road with Robert, that come from Clarkes of Cavan, to show me how to use it, and I showed Robert. Robert went off and bailed with it, and Robert was well impressed with it. It does, of the three things, I have 3 jobs lined up for this. I've baling, hoping to get a bit of harrowing done for a bit of seating, and I'm also planning on putting the tanker on it. And of them 3 jobs, the job that I'm most keen on seeing how it performs is on the baler. It being a 4-cylinder, it's very short, should be very nimble, and it has the power. So in theory, it should be a good baling tractor. So this is the job I'm most interested to see how it's going to work out. But Robert was well impressed with it, and we are baling in 540 Eco. So that's, you know, you're really asking the tractor up for it, so you are. But anyways, we got our net too. So we'll just get in here. Might have to wait for wrap to come, might not. I don't know what the story is with that. Just for anyone who's watching, we don't supply the wrap, the farmers supply the wrap. It's something that's been happening for, sure, it could be 20 years or more. That's how the business has been run. I actually think I see wrap out there, so it could be alright. Anyways, we get on in here, we get ourselves set up, and we get baling. We see what this tractor is like for baling. Wrap is here. Bro's rolling away. So just take a step back to look at the baler. It's a very nice looking tractor. Definitely the Kubota come on a long way from what it used to be that way. But yeah, so we get this wrap in. One field there to bale, one field the other end of this field that we baled last week. Get wrap hired in and we get going. So we're ready to go. Bro's on the second round. So, two things I want to do. I want to flick this switch, and that switch turns on the braking. So when I put my foot on the brake, it clutches as well. Give me foot off the brake, away we go. I call that the baler string, so I would. But we'll see how that works. So PTO, we're in 540E, so pull it up, flick it forward. We're in gear. So I would assume Robert has the preset on that, maybe. The home screen. So then press A. And that's us. Yeah, that's us ready to go. So in the forward, I think I'm in low enough of a gear, or maybe we might just go back a gear. We'll see how slow we are. That's not too bad. So flick down to float, pickups in float. We're now baling in EirCode. That's the first bale out. First bale is done. We'll go about 7 kilometers an hour without the pickup starting to not be able to pick up grass. That 6290 is looking well. So brake. Get it out. Put off brake, and away we go. That's very, very nice, that. But anyways, we'll get this field baled. When we get to the next field, I'll probably fire up the drone. This is one of the biggest fields that we have to do today. The other fields we have to do are on the small side, we poles in that, and the other field is just a nice field for flying the drone in, so we'll fly the drone up there. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is bale number 2 done. So we're baling away here, the finest, getting on flying it. Bro broke down, and I have a funny feeling he made it a lot worse. Yeah, he's after bending the arm in the rake, or bending the thing in the rake. This stupid. That's not good. He went to lift it up, and oil went everywhere, and I don't know exactly what's broke. So I'll just drive by and see. I might be able to help them, I might not. But I see a lot of pointing fingers and stuff, so I'm not sure what's going on. We'll go away the camera. So we got bro kind of sorted there. So what's after happening to him was that pin broke out. So Father Phil come up, he went to fold it up, and when he folded up the rake, then the pipe pulled off the far arm and then let it come down with a bang, and oil went everywhere. It's actually not that bad. The fixing of it is a pin, is a new pin and a new pipe. That's it. Not the biggest job in the world, but it's a bank holiday Monday. Everywhere's closed, so he's gonna have to see can he pull in a favour. We keep baling. Currently, I have my fuel usage up here, and I'll let you know at the end. Not to spoil the surprise now, but yeah, no. So what happened was this pipe here pulled end off the fitting, come down in a bang, and sprayed oil everywhere, which was fun. But luckily enough, this pipe went last year, the year before, and we put 2 new pipes on it. And we put away the old pipe, which if I hadn't bust, and it was on the shelf. Father Phil picked it up, and it's saved the day. I have all what he's done baled. So yeah, we get bro going again, and then I start chasing them around the fields.
I know the air I'm breathing, it's no good for my lungs. I do this every season, I hate when summer comes. I fall into a trap that I made by myself, oh, and I always do the wrong thing. I'm unstable and I'm unsteady, I've lost 1,000,000 times already, and I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down. I feel unable and so unworthy. My heart feels heavy, I've lost already. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down now. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down now. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down now. I'm always self-destructive. I'll take a hit, I love it. Can you give me a second? I'm slow, got blurry vision. I'll fall into a trap that I made by myself. Oh, and I always do the wrong thing. I'm unstable and I'm unsteady. I've lost a million times already. I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down. I feel unable and so unworthy. My heart feels heavy, I've lost already. And I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow down now. Please help me see the things that I am. I don't understand. I'm doing the best that I can.
So we're in the second field, well underway now, just building the rounds off. Bro's finished. He's just after having the drone up, as you've seen, he's just taking it down there, and I have his phone. He had no signal. I'm trying to get him a pin for the next farm that he has to go to row. But this tractor is absolutely flying it, and she's not beckoning. And I'm in eco. She's 1690 RPM or revs, and she's not beckoning. She's not. You don't feel the pull coming on when the bale comes. You just get the beeper going off. Just goes to show there's a fair bit of power in this tractor, so there is, for it to be able to do that. I suppose on this Kubota, it has a ZF transmission. It's a 5 and 6, so it's 5 gears, 6 splitters. So it's very similar to the 6499 or Dyna 6 transmission, only it has 5. So you have a T-bar here, basically, with all extra buttons on it. You have 2 spools, you have auto on your gearbox, you have quick up, quick down, and a forward reverse. And you can also press the button there, push it forward like on the T-bar and the Massive, to jump between the ranges. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. If I press the home button here, you can see my range of gears there. You can also make adjustments here on the RPM settings, and for your auto gears, what percentage load you want to change in that, changing the gears at. It's quite cool. So it's a full isobus machine and has all these lovely buttons that I like to play with. I'll show you more tractors will get going, but yeah, put down the camera and we'll just try and blitz on a bit through this now, because we've a fair bit to get done, and I kind of want to get finished the next job before Robert. I end up swapping with Robert, so that's kind of the plan. But anyways, put down the camera, we get Eric on his way, and we bait on. And now that is the field build. Lift that up, knock that off, throttle back, that back. What's this? Yeah, keep looking up there for the radio. The radio's back here on this. So we'll just drive out to the gap out here, so we'll just keep pushing this forward. And even when, so you can see I'm in, I just pressed the home screen there, you'll see it maybe a bit better. So I'm in B6. As soon as I go push it forward again, it just goes. I don't have to clutch or anything. Going between every gear, there's no clutching. It's very, very nice that way. It just, she does it all herself. You have to remember, it's in the middle, but it's not on neutral. You have to push it on neutral. But yeah. So I also got a phone call from Bro. He's finished rowing the next field on, and I have to get him sorted into the next one. But anyways, we unfold, we get rid of our crap out of the baler, we fold up, and we bait on to the next farm. So we're just started in the next field. It's actually a little bit softer to turn on the 4-wheel drive. This is the first field of 3 to do for this farmer. So everyone's going fine. Eric broke the latch that holds on the latch that when you fold up the arm and then the latch falls down to stop it from falling. That is twisted. So we think we'll have them sorted, then we'll be able to keep going and we get that properly fixed tonight. But let's go slow them down a little bit, going between jobs now. firing the bales over. Away we go. That's nice and smooth too. It's really nice and smooth. You put your foot on the brake, take your foot off the brake, and she's really nice and smooth getting into the to get going again. She doesn't jump into life right. Very nice that. Nice corner here to go around. Anyways, yeah, I'll put down the camera and we get this done. So we're baling the way out here, and it is quite heavy swords. Bro just leaving there now. He's finished now rowing in front of the baler, and he's going to go start rowing in front of the harvester, which will start lifting probably as soon as I get home. Robert swaps with me, but these swords are quite heavy now, and bro, it was only rowing in, I'd say 24 feet or 26 feet, but it's a very heavy crop of grass now. So just taking it nice and handy, give the baler a chance. Not that the tractor doesn't beckoning at all to it, but just give the baler a chance to process that going through it. But yeah, we're hopping bales out like hot cross buns here. And yeah, that's a lump of grass over there I have to gather. I don't know why I didn't get rolled up, but yeah, got changed the net. But absolutely hopping bales over. Hopping bales over. That's us. So starting the next job, still baling, it's 4 o'clock. So pit silage is going to run into well into tonight, so it is. Unfortunately, it's lovely dry stuff. Me and Robert mowed this field in about the sum total of 25 minutes with the 3 mowers, and he had the 6290 and John Deere. 25 minutes. I think there's 80 shakers in it. Not bad going at all. But one thing, it's the first time I've seen a tractor with this, but every tractor should have this for driver comfort. As much as it's not sunny, it is quite warm. But see that air vent there? That air vent is just blowing straight in my face. Maybe you can see my long luscious hair blowing in the nice air conditioned breeze of it all. Very driver friendly. So, just swapping with Robert there now. He's taking over from me, so we can go back and lift the next pit of silage. No, what's in next pit? 40 acres or something. So, it's a very quiet tractor. So it is. So if I can at all, I'll try. There's a bit of baling on tomorrow. I'll probably do that, so we'll finish the video then. Just, I want to see after a full day's baling what the fuel says, because it's not like the 99, the fuel is like a live feed. It'll be jumping up and down as it goes along, but on that it's slowly but surely creeping up. So I think we'll have to see what's like at the end of a full day's baling. But she's fierce quiet. Right, we leave Robert to it. We bale on home and get the next pit of silage started. That's a serious baling tractor. Serious baling tractor. Anyways, we bale on home. So it's the next day, low on fuel, and it's about half that blue is gone. So Robert was baling late last night. So I have a nice bit to do. 2 jobs. I'd say somewhere in the region of 150 bales. That's what I'm kind of thinking there'd be. I have to make about 5 bales for ourselves where we couldn't, where Father Phil got stuck. He skipped that corner, so I have to do that. So forecast at the minute, sun is shining. Father Phil has to go get me net because nearly out, but you can see behind me the sky is black. So I'm just after servicing the baler as well, just putting fresh oil and grease into it, so she's good to go. I cannot get used to these mirrors. The top mirror is grand, and then I look at the bottom mirror for that like extra view, but it's just the angle it's at, it makes everything look very weird. Just have to get used to it. So anyways, we get some diesel and we get some baling done. So we're just starting the baling here now. Not the biggest field to do here, but there's a quite heavy crop. But one thing I want to point out just before I got too much further on, look at the hours. So that top hour there is how many hours the PTO was spinning for yesterday. So 9.5 hours in total the PTO was spinning. Quite a lot. And that would have been, I don't know what time Robert got finished that last night. I'd say it was at least 1 o'clock, if not half 1, before he got back to the yard. So it was quite a late night. And we started at 7:30, I think. So between 7:30 and 1:30 in the morning, which is 20 something hours, PTO was spinning 9.5 hours. The fuel usage has gone up to 15.5 litres an hour. That's been creeping up all day yesterday, so I don't know where it fizzles out. It's not done the same as the 64.99 with that kind of a live feed. I done the maths on it yesterday, so taking it that I'm saving about 14 litres an hour over using the 99 at the current price. And I remember the final maths, but so saving 14 litres an hour over the 99, I'm saying I work 100 hours. So for every 100 hours I work at the current price of diesel, which is 142, that's including VAT, that's green diesel, it's saving us 1,960 euro every 100 hours. So that's nearly 2 grand. It's a lot of money. You put that over 1,000 hours, that's a heck of a lot of money. Me and Uncle Ian thinking, like, maybe we should be thinking of going for a 4-cylinder, high horsepower 4-cylinder for doing the baling, and kind of stop using the 99. I might talk a bit more about that at the end, but yeah, it's definitely colossal saving. Okay, we're going to keep baling. Baling away here slowly but steady, but a bit of a panic on. Next man is afraid of this rain that's coming, so he's ringing and see where I am. So yeah, I gotta love silage. I absolutely love it. So should be out here hopefully within the next half an hour, and then we can bait on down the road. But when the pressure's on, there's no time to be stopping to be putting the camera anywhere special. It's just keep going. And I could pick it up a gear, but if I block the pickup I lose half an hour there and near enough straight away, so it's not worth risking it for the biscuit. So we keep moseying along here, and now that is this field finished, so we get folded up and we get moved on to the next man. Someone did ask, what do we do with, because obviously a lot of the time you never have just the right amount of grass to make a bale. When it comes to the end of finishing a field for a farmer, you always end up bringing that bit with you to the next man, and the man that we're with now probably got a bit from the last man, so it all kind of works out fairly well. The only time that you empty the baler out is when there's a break in baling. So we've been baling for 2 days now, so tonight, whatever, or this evening, whenever the last bit of baling's done, if there's anything left in the baler, because there's no baling on for tomorrow and probably won't be for a week with the way the weather is looking, we dump that out at home. If there's not enough to make a bale, you just simply cannot make a bale. If you don't have enough, you cannot make it. So anyways, we get folded up and we bait on to the next man. So yeah, happy days. So baling away in the next job with the finest there. So I have half of this field done, and this would easiestly be the biggest field that we bale. It was before we started rowing for the Fusion. Back when the 6290 was on the Fusion, Liver's over with me, and it took us 9 hours to bale the field. I don't know how many acres is in the field, but it took us 9 hours to bale the field out of the 10-foot swards. We keep baiting on here and we get this field done, and then that's, well, we have a bit to do for ourselves, but that's it then. The Kubota though is absolutely flying it. We're kind of getting quite fond of the Kubota now at this stage, so I am. So baling away here the finest, and I just wanted to give a mention to a podcast that I was listening to that's very, very good. Anyone outside of Ireland probably hasn't heard of it. But so the Two Johnnies podcast and the GAA catfish episodes are unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Serious story, so it is. And part 1 is a good story. Part 2 just blows your mind altogether. Well worth checking out for anyone who hasn't already checked it out. It's something that they'll probably end up making a Netflix documentary on at some stage. It's that bloody good. And there's a part 3 to come out yet, and I'm just very much looking forward to hearing it. So anyone who's looking for a good podcast to listen to while they're rooting and working away, check out the Two Johnnies podcast on Spotify and the GAA catfish part 1 and part 2. Very good. And that is us finished in this field. So now we'll bail on back. We got about 5 bales to make for ourselves, and then that is the baling finished probably for this week with the way the weather's looking. Anyways, we'll bail on back down where Father Phil got stuck. We'll look at the holy mad and we'll bail up the bit that he couldn't lift. So we'll bail on. So we're down here now bailing up this little bit. As you can see, it's gone to nothing, literally, and that's where Father Phil got stuck. And you can see that he fully bellied it out. So he did. Absolutely.
You're not going to get 5 bales off this.
No, I'm not. I was ambitious. So I just have to make sure I don't get stuck now. That's probably the biggest end of it. Liv is here with me, obviously. How are you enjoying the tractor, Liv?
I like the seat.
Good seat?
Yeah.
But anyways, that's the whole left. So we got a little bit to do here. We'll get pro together the bales later on, and then I'm going back to the pit. And that is probably the last bit of baling we'll have with the Kubota. Unless now the weather doesn't come half as bad as they're talking about. Put through about 800 bales, just working it out now, and 3 days, or it's not quite, it's 1 full day and 2 half days, or not even half days of baling. We put about 800 bales through the Kubota, and first impressions are it is an excellent baling tractor. I have to admit, absolutely love it for baling. I need to go as far as the baler stream. You have the short tractor, you have lots of power, you have that switch. I know a lot of new tractors have it, but you have that brake and clutch on the brake, which is, it's nicely geared. Two things that I kind of faulted it on. The turning circle isn't actually as good as I thought it was going to be. Now definitely a huge improvement on the 99. 99 is just big and awkward. It's definitely good, better than that, but it's not as good as I thought it was going to be. I ranked the 3075 as still having a better, I'd say it's about the same as the 62, but yeah, it just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But 3075, if anyone has a 3075, they turn on at tuppence. You cannot get better than a 3075 for turning, but I'm maybe a little bit disappointed on that. The other thing as well with the shuttle for going up and down the gears on the likes of the 99, when you put it into reverse, it reverses. So when you pull it back, it goes up. You push forward, it goes back. But on this, when you put it into reverse, it's the opposite. It doesn't change, which is something that I kind of had to get used to, along with the paddle, where I'd be used to you putting forward, it stays in forward. It's like the New Hollands. You put forward, it goes back into the middle. I got caught a couple of times with it, not major, but you'd be just have your foot on the brake, you go lift your foot off the clutch and whoa, she'd lurch, and you'd remember. A fierce comfortable cab, fierce view out of the cab, fuel consumption unbelievable, but really has made me think that maybe we should look at getting ourselves a 4-cylinder for baling, because the fuel savings are, as I said, they're massive. They're massive. So the next job for this, hopefully this evening when I get this other pit finished, we'll go upon the Lemkin Harrow upon the Stone Fork. Hopefully she will be able to lift it, but will she have the counterweight on the front to keep her on the ground, because she is a 4-cylinder. She doesn't have that extra weight in the front. We will have to find out. We'll also be putting the tanker on it and doing that there. The other 2 jobs hopefully will get done before the tractor goes back. But as I said, baling tractor, absolutely love it. Really has impressed me as a baling tractor. That's the Kubota M7.173 Premium. Big thanks to Clarkes of Cavan for sending it down to us, and we're going to leave it at that for today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it for me. Good luck.